Greetings, fellow detectives. Wizard Kitten 774 here, bringing you the next video in our walkthrough for Nancy Drew's Secret of the Scarlet Hand. We just talked to Alejandro, and he isn't going to tell us the Nahuatl word for snake unless we steal some provenance documents for the Pakal carving for him. Little shady, if you ask me. Hopefully Joanna isn't in her office. Oh hey, definitely not in here to steal your things.
Need something?
Yeah, can I steal stuff from your office?
I need to know the Nahuatl word for snake. Any ideas?
Afraid I can't help you there.
I've got work to do.
Semper ubi sub ubi.
Well, I know what to do, but you're in your office, so I can't do it. Alright, well, we also have some documents that we need to look at and some phone calls that we need to make. So why don't we go back to our hotel. What time is it? 4:15. Good time to make some calls. So the phones in this game are really weird. Sometimes it saves the phone numbers, sometimes it doesn't. You can only make calls to certain people from certain phones, so it's super weird. Either way, let's look at this first, and then we'll make the phone calls. This disc of Henrik's. Oh, this is a glyph. The password is what the glyph is, and I think it's stone? Yeah, stone. Whoa! You have encountered a fatal error. What the heck was that? That's weird. Can I not look at it yet? Am I supposed to do other? I've never had that happen before. That's weird. Okay, well, let's do some phone calls first. Maybe let's try... See, this is what I mean. Prudence Rutherford's number isn't written down here. So let's try calling her. Her number is... what? Let's try 1-785-555-7279.
Yes, hello?
Hi, this is Nancy Drew, calling from Washington, D.C. I'm trying to reach Prudence Rutherford, please.
Oh, yes, Franklin told me you'd be calling. Such dreadful news about Beach Hill. I will do everything in my power to help you catch those rapscallions. To think how they violated the sanctity of my domicile. Good heavens.
I'm sorry to hear about your loss. What can you tell me about the necklace?
I can't even think about it. Oh, just the very thought of my precious necklace gone, stranded, orphaned, and in the hands of some dirty stranger makes my blood boil.
So for veteran Nancy Drew fans, this is the first time we meet Prudence Rutherford. This is always her voice. She's always just kind of eccentric, I would say, but she does pop up in Danger by Design and The Phantom of Venice as well.
Where did you purchase the necklace?
Good heavens, one does not purchase such a piece. I inherited it from my mother-in-law. But you see, the necklace means much more to me than just a handful of priceless rubies.
Did the necklace have a lot of sentimental value?
Yes, I'm afraid it did. I had the necklace restrung to include an exquisite jade carving as the centerpiece, a genuine artifact of the ancient Maya. The carving is not only one of a kind, but a Rutherford family heirloom given to me by my great-grandfather when I was just a little girl.
Does the carving have any meaning that you know of?
It features a rare glyph. No one's been able to give me a precise translation, but most epigraphers have agreed that it has something to do with a snake, the color green, and the direction south. It's terribly fascinating.
About the theft, where were you when it took place?
At 3 a.m.? Well, I was home, of course. Lost in sweet slumber. I don't grace the social circuit the way I used to. That brazen fiend crept right into the bedroom and took my necklace away. Where was I? Picking peaches in the fruit-laden orchards of my dreams. I feel like such a fool.
Do you think the thief or thieves had any idea of what they were stealing?
Oh, they must have known. The rest of my valuables were left untouched. Frankly, I don't know whether to be grateful or insulted.
What about evidence?
The first thing I saw when I opened my eyes was this positively ghoulish red handprint on the wall. I nearly jumped out of my skin.
A red handprint was left at the scene of the crime at Beach Hill, too. Ms. Rutherford, I'm almost certain that these robberies were committed by the same person.
But why? What is so special about these carvings?
Miss Rutherford, it would be so helpful if I knew exactly what your carving looked like. Could you send me a picture that shows it in detail?
I can do better than a photo. The insurance company made this dreadful replica of the necklace with the idea that I would wear such a thing to public functions. Please. But I could send that to you if you'd like.
Perfect. Let me give you the address.
My secretary will have the address of the museum. Now, if that is all you will require, young lady, I will need to attend to other pressing matters.
Thanks a million, Miss Rutherford. I won't let you down.
Call me Prudence. Oh, and Nancy, when you find the villains who did this to me, do me a favor and give them a sound thrashing.
I sure will. Goodbye.
All right, so Prudence is going to send us the copy of her necklace. Let's call the Chaco Canyon Cultural Center. So that's the place that had a bunch of their Maya artifacts, another museum that had a bunch of their artifacts stolen too. We have their number. 1-505-555-1222.
Chaco Canyon Cultural Center.
Hi, I'm hoping to speak to someone about the theft that happened there recently.
Are you the press?
No, I'm a detective investigating a similar crime in Washington, D.C.
This is Sheila Schultz, the director. What would you like to know?
My name is Nancy Drew. I'm calling from the Beach Hill Museum in Washington, D.C. I understand you had some rare Maya artifacts stolen recently.
That's right. It's a terrible loss, and the police here have no leads.
Beach Hill was robbed, too. We lost one of our prized jade carvings.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
I'm wondering if the robberies are connected. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about the incident at Chaco Canyon?
Fire away.
I heard the thief left a red handprint at the scene of the crime. Is that true?
Yes, it was very gruesome. It looked like blood, but according to the police analysis, the print was made with a mercuric sulfide paste.
Hey, ours too.
Do you know of any symbolic meaning attached to a red hand?
Don't walk, don't go there, talk to the hand, as my 15-year-old would say. Really, I haven't the slightest idea.
What types of artifacts did the thief get away with?
Only the center's most prized pieces. The case contained 5 pre-Columbian artifacts that were excavated right from this area.
Which piece would you say is the greatest loss for the center?
Definitely the jade carving. It was highly unusual. There was a glyph on it that no one could translate. Until we hired Henrik Vanderheun, that is. His opinion was that it's Mayan in origin, and that it may have been a place name glyph for this area. As you can imagine, we regarded it as something of a regional treasure.
Do you know that Henrik Vanderheun works for Beach Hill now?
Yes, I know. His departure was a great loss for us.
Why didn't you mention the connection when I told you I was from Beach Hill?
I guess it didn't seem important.
Was Henrik still working at Chaco Canyon when the theft occurred?
No. It happened just a few days after he left. I remember because after the police left, the staff and I were so depressed, we went into the lounge and pigged out on the rest of Henrik's farewell cake.
Was Henrik on good terms with Chaco Canyon when he left?
Well, it was awfully abrupt. As soon as he heard about that monolith, boom, he was gone. For some reason, he just had to go study it. We weren't exactly happy about it, but it's not like quitting is against the law.
Do you recall having some appraisal work done by an art dealer by the name of Taylor Sinclair?
How could I forget? He went on and on about the impossibly rare artifacts he could get for us. I said, "Are you an art dealer or a smuggler?" But he assured me that the provenance documents would all be in order. Still, I never did any further business with him. He just seemed slippery.
That's understandable.
Could you send me a photo of that jade carving so I can take a look at the glyph?
I'm afraid I sent our only print off to the insurance company. They said they'd return it, but who knows when our claim will be processed. I'm sorry.
Thanks a million, Sheila.
Feel free to call if you have any more questions.
Huh. Lots of connections with Chaco Canyon. Let's see if now we can look at this. Okay, so we put in our password stone. Nope, that's so weird. I find that very confusing. Coco Kringle. That's Sunny's. We can still look at Sunny's thing. Why on earth can't we look at Henrik's thing? Oh, you know what? I'm not supposed to know the password yet. Oops. Pretend you didn't see that. I don't know the password. Okay. Let's see. These notes are something that we could use to help Henrik get his memory back. I don't know if we can... It might be too late to go to the hospital. We can try. We can give it a shot. Yeah, 10 to 4. Thought so. Well, maybe it's late enough that Joanna is out of her office. And we can go steal her stuff. For a good reason. We're doing it for
It's
the
locked.
greater good. Oh, does this work?
It's locked.
Oh. Nope. Guess we can't. So... trying to think if there's anything else we can do. We eventually do need to call Chaco Canyon again. Let's go back to the hotel. Otherwise, it's going to be too late to do anything else with anyone else. So the only other thing we can really do is make some calls. Colonial Hotel. Let's see if we can call Chaco Canyon one more time. So their number is 1-505-555-1222.
You've reached the Chaco
Yeah.
Canyon Cultural Center. The center is now closed.
I want to back
Regular
away.
hours are from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. 7 days a week, except on major national holidays, when we are closed.
10 to 6 sounds like actually nice hours. Like you could sleep in, but still be home relatively early. Either way, okay, so Nancy's gonna go to bed now and sleep for over 12 hours, I guess. So we'll set our alarm for 10 a.m. when visiting hours start at the hospital. I sure hope she's doing something else in the meantime. It'd be really hard to sleep that long. Alright, so now that we have a fresh day, I'll leave this part here, and then I will see all of you fellow detectives in the next episode. Thanks for watching!